Race shoes, oh yeah. Yes, we do like new shoes, don't we? And I've been kind of juggling with race shoes, haven't I? If you've seen previous videos. Last year and the year before that, I favoured the Nike Alpha Fly. The Alpha Fly version 1. And then I moved to version 3. And I raced duathlons in the Nike Vaporfly 2. And they're my standard Nike kind of shoes. But recently I tried some Mizuno shoes, the Neo Zen, as an everyday trainer, and really liked them. And then Mizuno brought out the Hyperwarp series of race shoes. Now, they had 3 versions of this. There's loads of videos out there, I won't go into the details. There's the Hyperwarp Pro, the Hyperwarp Elite, and the Hyperwarp Pure. The Pro being the, if you like, heaviest. It's still under 200 grams, designed for longer distance marathons. And then it comes back down, the Pure being for shorter races. Although Elites can still run marathons in them apparently. So I spotted a pair of these Hyperwarp Pros. Well, I guess the Elite would be my choice if I had to choose one, but they're so expensive. But I spotted a pair of the Pros on Vinted at a bargain price, and they looked absolutely brand new. And I only went and bought them, and here they are. The Mizuno Hyperwarp Pro. And I mean, if you look at them, you see the sole. They are brand new. And yeah, bargain price, like I say. Feel light as a feather. So I'm gonna quick have a treadmill run in them today. The weather's pants outside and I just don't want to run out in the wet and ruin them. I'll wait for a nicer day to test them out. But I wanted to just run through a few of the things I've noticed about them now I've got a pair in my hand. There's loads of reviews out there, as you've seen on YouTube. So I'm not a shoe reviewer, but there's some things I notice about this. Firstly, the stability element that I think these will bring. If you look at the sole, it's quite wide, isn't it? It's quite spread out. And I'll put that up against the Vaporfly 2, and you can kind of see the difference, can't you? The Vaporfly 2 is just a lot narrower all round. Weight wise, I can't really feel much difference, and I'm not too fussed about measuring and saving 20 grams here and there. It's a light shoe, that'll do it for me. So the width though, as I said, and you can see it from top as well, how it splays out on the sole. So all the reviews say this is more stable. I've yet to see how it runs with the cushioning and the kick and the bounce, but that might suit me because I've liked the Vaporfly 1s right from the start. Here's a sole on the Vaporfly 1. Still got life left in this, and I've got another pair that's got some life in it as well. But I kind of can see the similarity in the way the sole splays out at the bottom. If you can see on there, you might not be able to see it very well, but to me there's some similarities there. This one, the Mizuno, even looks wider, doesn't it? But the weight comparison is just whether you get the same fit and balance and bounce out of them. And I think with my recent experience in the Neo Zen Mizuno, if this foam and fit is anything similar, it's going to be a nicer feel than the Alpha Fly. But we'll see. Can't wait to get them on my feet and see how they feel. Now I have a 10k race coming up, not this weekend, next weekend, and it could be ideal, couldn't they? More stable, if they have the bounce and the cushioning and they feel comfortable on my feet. The Alpha Flies, well, having bounce, they do tend to feel a bit clunky, don't they? And loads of people say that. These don't, certainly on initial look anyway, don't feel like they've got any clunkiness whatsoever. They look a bit more like the Sky Tokyo that I raced in at the 5k at the weekend, don't they? But the Sky Tokyos do feel very unstable, very kind of squishy and, I don't know, very soft. I'm just not sure if they've got the bounce and the kick that I expected them to have, although they are very, very light. These, the expectation I've got of these is it's going to have some bounce and kick, be more stable and a bit firmer, which may just be the sweet spot for me. especially over a 10k. So that'll be really interesting, and if I try them out with a few strides, I will race in them at that 10k a week on Sunday. Okay, let's get on the treadmill, see what the initial fit feels like. The treadmill doesn't give me much of a feedback on how they're going to perform on the road. It's just too false, but I will get a sense of how they feel and how squishy perhaps they are, and then I'll take them on the road when the weather looks a bit better and we'll give them a proper test. Okay, we've warmed up on the treadmill in some daily shoes, and we're putting these on to do some faster treadmill strides and maybe a tempo effort, because these are made to go fast. I'm not going to sort of jog on the treadmill. So now I'm warmed up, let's see how they go with a few strides, around 4 minutes per k, just smooth, see how they fit, see how they feel on the treadmill. Okay, here we go. Oh my word, it's so different to the shoes I've just warmed up in. So this is 4 minutes per k. I just want to bound. I just want to bound along. Tempo, 5 minute, gradually accelerating through the tempo ranges now. Initial impressions is, wow, really cushioned, really bouncy, but not the softness of the meta speed, the ASICS meta speed Sky Tokyo. It'd be a really good comparison between these to do the park circuit, the 1500 meter circuit reps when the weather's dry and it's good weather. Maybe I'll get to do that for the 10k in 10 days or so, we'll see. But for now, let's do this, finish this session off. Initial impressions, really good. So let's see how it goes in real world outside. Yeah, really like them. We'll go for Mizuno. So we're just finishing the session off now. I've done 3 tempo efforts, 3 to 4 minutes. Feeling really good in these shoes, I must admit. So I'm just finishing off now with a few strides, and even the strides feel easier. Well, I'm not sure if it's the body or the shoes or the placebo effect, but I'm up to, I don't know, sub 330 per k on the strides on the treadmill, which I've rarely been at before. It just feels like the treadmill's taking me way out of control. So we'll finish off now. I think it's about 327 pace, 328. Let's go. I always find the treadmill, you know, that kind of pace I did the last K out in the race, 330 pace for the last kilometre in the race. The equivalent on the treadmill just feels way out of control, but that don't feel too bad. Okay, let's end on a positive note.